First, I want to thank the media for what they are doing for us. Sports is life, and we see that everybody is now interested. NEDC has taken a detour from, or made an addition from the works they do and added sports to their agenda. And that's why you see the buzz around the Niger Delta. And in 21 days, we'll have one of the biggest sporting events that has graced the Niger Delta in the last 20 to 25 years. We are ready. The facilities in a week or two will all be ready. The equipments are coming in. The athletes have started their trials. So I can tell you confidently that we are very, very ready. That we are very, very ready. Tennis, table tennis. Yes. We have boxing, we have football, we have athletics, we have canoeing, and we have traditional wrestling, amongst many other sports. Chess. So 17. The surprise. The important thing is that there are prizes. Have you seen where they give prizes before? They don't. NEDC is starting something novel and novel. We will, but we don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Okay, let me start from the last one. First of all, Akwa Ibom is a peaceful state, and I can assure you that the security arrangement is good. We're not going to tell you the details, but the fact that the state is peaceful means that there's an enabling environment. With the cooperation of the government and the people, our committee is working hard to ensure that athletes are safe and more protected where it is necessary. On the issue of the first question, all the states are involved. I can assure you on that. All the states are involved, and they are preparing their athletes. That's why I said, if you go around the states now, the trials have started since yesterday in all the states, and all the states have made entries into the competition. Athletes, we have over 15,000 entries. I mean, we're only going to take eventually about 3,000 athletes, because it's a competition that we want a sizable number we can manage, because it's the first edition before we get to the second edition. Okay, let me just say that the medical committee is ready. You don't come for a competition to take care of over 5,000 people and not make arrangements for medical services. Our medical service is robust. The director, medical education department, Dr. George, is in charge of that committee. Of course, he has made robust plans, ambulances. We have a retainership in Uyo here with the hospital. We're going to have we're going to equip key clinics, particularly in the hostels, and of course where the events are taking place for any medical emergency, but our word, God forbid. We are too obsessed with going abroad. We need to develop our sports here. We have coaches, we have technical officials who are sound and experienced. We want to build gradually. We have programs for everybody. It's not a competitive festival. We are using the festival to produce athletes, to develop athletes. And that's why we're saying not more than 25 years of age. And the point being made is that, for instance, Godwin Enakena is in charge of, I'm sure you know him, you understand? He's in charge of scouting and mentorship. It's not just scouting, scouting and mentorship. So we're going to have a lot of people coming, Miriam Ali, Falila Tugunkoya, Samson Siasia. We're going to have a lot of them coming. You understand? We have 10 of them in that back. We're going to come and be talking to these athletes, from basketballers to footballers, mentor them, talk to them about their own journey. Scouts are going to be there. It's a scout's job to see an athlete who is probably 16, 17, 18 years and think that once he does a sub for instance, sub 12, now that in the next 3 years he can do a sub 10. So it's the scout's responsibility. And when we get that data after the competition, we'll sit down with them and begin to see how we can manage them. First of all, they must have consistent coaching in Nigeria. And then we now begin to develop a program. When you say abroad, there are facilities here. First of all, they must take care of their health. First of all, they must take care of how they feed. You understand? They must, so there are certain things they must do here first before we start talking of abroad. Our focus is developing ourselves here in Nigeria first. And then, but importantly, there's also a program for athletes after the competition, because it's not just a one-off. It's a continuous, we said it's oiling the meal of those who are retiring. So it's a continuous process. So to answer your question, there's a plan, and we believe that the plan will work well for our people. Well, thanks for your question. We have powerlifting
and para-athletics.
And para-athletics for this games particularly. So there's plans for them. We have categories and they're coming. And secondly, you talked about facilities. The facilities are enough. I think the facilities we have are enough. I think this also brings the attention, because if you don't love sports, you won't pay attention to sports. The idea of what we are doing is leaving a legacy that tells people that even when Uyo has hosted, people must get directly involved in sport. We went to the Ultra Fit, wonderful place. It's somewhere that people can there's partnership. Once there's partnership, private sector partnership, they can do that place and make it better. The tennis courts, standard tennis courts. You can do badminton, wrestling, table tennis, swimming. It's a wonderful place. You can see that we are renovating, redoing the entire swimming pool, to make it standard. So we hope that as we leave these facilities, they'll stay. In fact, my joy too is that somewhere like Honorable Paul Bassi is commissioner today. He is. There are not too many sports administrators of his caliber, whether you like it or not, and so that gives you a peep into what we think will be expected from him. He's happy to receive those facilities, and we hope that he sustains and maintains them. It's expected to be in the sense that it prepares everyone. No training, no camping, no preparation is too much for any athlete. And there's consistency. Once there's consistency in an athlete, there's expected that you do well. So it's supposed to be an advantage to all the states. Well, there's general mobilization. People know of the event. There's a lot of publicity going on. We're not going to push you from your house, but from the feedback we get, people are ready to attend, to watch, and to get excited. You imagine the fact that over 3,000 athletes are in New York, people want to know what they are doing. So whether it's Dakar or the Ultra Fit or Uyo Township Stadium, which, by the way, is where the opening ceremony will be, or the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, as you call it, the Nest of Champions, where the athletics will take place. People are free to go there, sit down, and just enjoy themselves. You can imagine when Messi came to Nigeria in '99. People took pictures with him. They still have them have somewhere in their home, and they take picture with people. You don't know where you meet people tomorrow. You have people from Edo, people from Delta, Abia, Imo, Ondo, Cross River, Bayelsa, and River State. So you make friends, give a helping hand. So you never know. So the point is that we expect that people come out in their numbers to come and enjoy sports in its natural, talented form. Okay, so let me disagree with you. There's more internet in the village than in the town, sir. They buy more sub more, they sub more than you to check what's happening. But I think beyond that, what our communications team has done has gotten people in the state who will pass this information to the communities. Don't forget that the trials are taking place in the communities, so that's already information, and they know something is happening. You understand? So the feedback I get is that as from, in fact, over a week now, they've been trying to make sure that the information gets to these communities, and I know they are doing a good job because we're getting a lot of feedback. Once you are not above 25, even if you have gone for by age, because we'll find out, there's a reason why we'll put 25. You can go to a sports festival and not do very well. Doesn't make you a professional. Doesn't make you a professional. So this is an opportunity. This may be your last opportunity. Doesn't stop you from coming. That you went for a sports festival, as long as you are not above 25 years, you are qualified to compete. Let me just answer as regular as we can.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.